Hey there, VC. Logan coming at you from Nerdy Vinyl. Tonight I wanted to do my entry for Richard McCook's 3-year contest. That's awesome. Congratulations on 3 years. I can't imagine. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that do it, that have been doing it for a long time, but you know, as a newer channel, it's like, God, I hope I make it 3 years. I hope I make it a year. You know, whatever. Baby steps. But so I when I first saw this, I wanted to do it, and I've watched a bunch of videos of people that have done it, and I wanted to do it so bad because I just really love the concept of it, but I don't meet all the criteria. So and I'll explain to that one when I get to it. And if that you know, what's the word I'm looking for? If that keeps me from eligibility, totally fine with that. I get it. There's rules. But I just wanted to make it because I just love the idea of it, because I tend to, in my videos, I tend to go, oh, this is my favorite album by this band. It's my second or third favorite album by this band. Like, I do that a lot, so that's kind of what this is about. So I just really wanted to do it. So we'll get into that. Real quick, I want to show this. I got a new shirt. It's a Reba. Picked this up last Thursday. My wife and I went to see her in concert for early birthday present. That was dope. That was a bucket list concert for me. I've wanted to see Reba since my whole life. Yeah, I've been a Reba stalker. No, it's not. No, I've been in love with that woman since I was like a kid, since '95 when I saw her in that red dress. But anyways, saw her in concert. It was a bucket list kind of a thing for me. Super excited about it. Super great show. It was my wife's first non-Christian band concert, so that was, and she had a blast. So that was really cool. But yeah, let's get into this. So the premise, as we all know, or most of us know, there's 3 categories. 3 examples per category, and we're gonna get into this. Okay, first category, 3 bands, favorite album, least favorite album, or best album, worst album. I've heard it both ways. I'm not really sure, you know, if it matters. But so for my first choice of band, I try to get bands and artists that I have the most of, but that didn't work out. But you know, this is a band that I have a lot of their albums, so this one was a tough one to pick, the worst and the best. But here we go. ZZ Top, Favorite Eliminator, Sharp Dressed Man, Legs, Give Me All Your Lovin' are off of this. It does have, I do like Dirty Dog, Bad Girl, Need You Tonight. This is like one of my favorite. Just jam it, you know. Like, all their albums hit not too hard, but they just have enough thump to just, you know, keep you moving. So worst or least favorite for me is gonna be Afterburner. Again, I put this on and listen to it any Saturday, you know, but it's not my absolute favorite. Like, I think outside of Sleeping Bag, like there's not really any songs on this album that I'm like, oh, I want to listen to this, and I go track this down. You know what I mean? It's not one of those albums, but I listen to it. So yeah, so first, ZZ Top. Second, excuse me, I just got these last Friday. Today's Monday. And one ended up being the album I want. I didn't realize that this had everything on it that I wanted. You know what I mean? It's one of those kind of deals. Because I don't know why I didn't know the names of a lot of the songs, but I knew the songs. It's super weird. I hate when that happens. But so for best, we're gonna do Huey Lewis in the News, sports. Dude, when I listened to this, I was like, I know like 3/4 of this album, and I didn't even realize it. I bought it thinking I knew. I literally bought this thinking I only knew 2 songs on this album, and I found out that I know like I said, almost all of them. It's freaking crazy. And if you watch that other video, I mentioned in there that as I was leaving, right in the dollar bin, right next to the front door on the way out, I saw this, and I was talking to the guy, and I just noticed it, and he goes, "You could have that if you want it." And I never heard this album before, never seen this album before, never heard of any of these songs. I've never heard any of these songs. It was a whole new experience, but it wasn't bad. Like, that's the thing, it wasn't terrible. But these are the only 2 albums I have. But statistically, if you look it up, this is their best performing album, right here, according to Wikipedia. Okay, this was their worst performing album according to Wikipedia. This topped out, I think it was 236 thereabouts. I know it was over 200. It's either 36 or 63, but either way, this peaked at 1. This reached number 1 on the charts. So by those analytics, best, worst. Just so that's why I went with that, because I was like, oh, it just happens to work out that best and worst. And it's not my opinion, it's the numbers. Okay, next. I talk about this guy all the time. I say I'm one of my favorite singers of all time, or artists of all time. And my goal is to collect all of his stuff. So if that's the case, then I better include it in this, because, yeah. So, Jimmy Buffett. Favorite album. White sport coat and a pink crustacean. This is my favorite Jimmy Buffett album. This has Great Filling Station to Hold Up, Railroad Lady, He Went to Paris, Grapefruit, Juicy Fruit, Cuban Crime of Passion, Why Don't We Get Drunk, Peanut Butter Conspiracy, They Don't Make Him Like Kermit No More, I Found Me a Home, My Lovely Lady, Death of an Unpopular Poet. Every song on here is a greatest hits song, or could be. They are just, every song in this album is a good song, and a few of them are some of my favorites. He Went to Paris, my favorite Jimmy Buffett song, next to Pirate Looks at 40. But Peanut Butter Conspiracy is hilarious and a great song. Great Filling Station, Hold Up, love that one. Yeah, so this is hands down best album. In my opinion, favorite album is White Sport Coat, Pink Crustacean. Worst album, in my opinion, is Somewhere Over China. The reason this one's my least favorite, or the worst, is because I only know 2 songs on this album. I Heard I Was in Town and Slow Boat to China. Those are the only 2 songs on this album I know, and neither one of them are would be anywhere near a favorites category for me. So yeah, that's why this gets that distinction. The cover is cool though. I like the front. The back's a little 1970s porno. So I mean, I could do without that, but what are you gonna do? But yeah. Okay, now this part is the part I can't do. 3 CDs that we wish that they would print on vinyl that have either never been on vinyl or never seen, whatever. I don't own any CDs. I don't. I thought I might have had some somewhere. I looked, couldn't find any CDs anywhere. And so off the top of my head, I can't think of anything to name. And that's not the point. The point isn't just name stuff off; it's to show stuff. And so I don't have that. So like I say, if that makes me not qualified for the contest, that's fair. Like I said, I still just want to do this. But the last category was 3 greatest hits compilations that if that was all you had of that artist, it would be enough. And so, yeah, so I took that also to mean like if these are the only songs you ever heard by an artist, you'd be set, kind of a deal. So let's see, is there an order I want to do these in? I'm trying to decide which one's gonna piss people off the least. Okay. Before that, I did have an honorable mention for this category, so it was Jim Croce's Photographs and Memories. Here's the reason I didn't pick this, because I almost used Jim Croce for the first category. Excuse me. Which is the favorite and which is the worst. I was gonna do him for that category, and I couldn't do it because every album I looked at, I was like, no, every song on here is great. It's great. So I was gonna use him for this category, and I was like, no, this isn't enough. This just isn't enough right here. So, but if this was all you ever heard of Jim Croce, your life wouldn't be totally worthless. Great. Me and Croce, we go way back. Love Croce. Okay, so let's start angering people. I'm not gonna do these in any kind of order, just the order I have in. So first, Bruce Springsteen's greatest hits. 2-disc, 2 LP set. This is enough Springsteen for me. Honestly, I own a few other albums, and I don't listen to them ever. If I want to listen to Springsteen, I'll just put this on. His albums don't, like his full-length albums, they're all pretty hit or miss. Like, I don't think there's a single one that doesn't have a skip on it. Like, no, I'm good. I don't need to listen to that. You know? So, yeah, for me, this is definitely it's good enough. Like, this is good. Like I said, this is good enough for me. If this is all, like, this is all I ever listen to if I want Springsteen. Okay, next. These are both gonna make people so mad. Alright, right here. I feel the hate already. Elton John, Diamonds. I just got this for Christmas, and I have a couple other Elton John albums, but this is just like, it's all on here. Like, all of it. Like, everything you need, essential Elton John, is pretty much on here. The only one Candle on the Wind is on here. Yeah. I mean, if this was all you had of Elton John, you'd be okay. You could get laid with this album. If this was all the Elton John you had, you could make it happen. So, okay, last one. And this one I picked because for a very long time, this was all I had of this band. I mean, we're talking pre-internet, pre-streaming, pre-torrents. Like, when all you had was CDs, no MP3s. That's what I had this album on, and, you know, all I knew was what was on this album. So that's why I picked this one, because this was all I knew of this band for so long. And then once I discovered more of their albums, like their actual albums, I was like, dude, it's Yeah. So that is Chronicle by Credence, Clearwater Revival. Yeah. That's all there's to say about that. This was all I had of this album for a very long time. It's all I knew of the band for a very long time. So yeah, but again, like, they're all kind of the same category as like that. Crocie is like, it's really not enough. Like, but hey, all you had was, if it was all you had, it would get the job done. Okay, so that's that. Richard McCook, congratulations on the 3 years. Like I said, that's great. That's totally cool. I hope I make it that far. Good luck to everybody that entered. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Hope it wasn't too nerve-wracking. Kind of all over the place. I'm a little tired, kind of out of it. But yeah, have a good one. We'll see you next time.